Всем привет, меня зовут Александр, канал NoPlay. Продолжаем прохождение Hogwarts. Так, наколдуйте зачарованный ткацкий станок. Так, как у нас... Как нам наколдовать-то здесь? Что-то я уже и не помню. Так, рассказать о трансфигурации. Трансфигурация это у нас вот здесь, по-моему, да? Во. Так. Стенд для зелья варенья. Блять. Я реально не помню, как наколдовать-то, блять. Я реально не помню.
I'm ready for the next lesson, Professor.
Very well. First, you'll need to gather some moonstone. You can acquire it by vanishing items here in the Room of Requirement, or you can gather it carefully outside of the Hogwarts grounds. Return to me once you've gathered enough, and we shall begin the lesson.
I have the moonstone you requested, Professor.
Good. Then we may begin your lesson. You can conjure more than potions and herbology tables. Conjuration can be used to decorate this space to your liking. Why don't you try it on the walls and floor?
Блядь, я не помню. По-любому есть какая-то кнопка, блядь, да? Так. Это не то. Так. Ну какая кнопка-то, блядь? Блядь. Тут хоть убей. И не помню. Сейчас будет опять серия тупняк, да, у нас? Типа... Так, это что у нас? Ебать, я еще тот, блядь, член партии, блядь. Так. Нам надо что? Ткацкий станок. Так, ткацкий станок. Так, это что у нас? Стол определения. Зелье ебаное варенье я убрал, да? Стол зелье варенье убрал. Маленький. Электрический. Маленький стенд для зеления в электричный. А, электричный, блядь. Вообще пиздец. Так, теперь еще что она нам сказала? Попробовать что-нибудь из мебель, столы, ковры, украшения. Так, ковры. А ковры прям можно вот так, да, задвигать? А, 5 для стен, 5 для пола, блядь, ну пиздец. Я не хочу столько колдовать для пола. Маленький. Стол, блядь. Давайте какую-нибудь мебель наколдуем тогда уж, что ли. Давайте, блядь, для всех. Так. Украшение стен. Украшение стен. Что тут у нас есть? Высокое зеркало. Что тут у нас еще есть? Так, и пару картин, да, можно? Ну, блядь, полный бред, что мы сейчас делаем, в принципе. Просто для чего? Чтобы просто показать, что здесь есть эти картины. Ну, блядь, можно было бы по одной штуке повесить, как бы, и все. Просто зачем?
Shall we move on?
Так, ткацкий станок. Вы можете использовать волшебные материалы, добавить одно и дополнительные показатели, или же присвоить вашему снаряжению определенные характеристики. Хорошо. Понял. Посмотреть характеристики. Так, ну-ка, а если добавить? То есть она... Так, вот показывает, что у меня одето, надето, правильно? Так. Так. Короче, только сюда-сюда. Сейчас, если... Ладно. Давай с тобой поговорим еще.
I've conjured everything I can. What's next, Professor?
I think you're ready to take on alteration. The altering spell will allow you to customize any conjured item. You can change the colors, patterns, and styles of your furniture to suit your taste. Let's get started, shall we? Watch closely as I demonstrate how to perform the altering spell.
Заклинание изменения.
Just aim your wand at any conjured item and perform the altering spell
Так.
to customize it.
Прикольно. Ну, конечно, цвета так меняются. Изменить весь архитектурный стиль, позволит применить текущий стиль, подтвердить. Прикольно так-то. Так. Давай такой маленький сделаем. А я его не смогу, да?
Nicely done. Now you're ready for
Прикол.
something a little more advanced. You can use the altering spell directly on the room's architecture. Try these new designs on the floor or balcony. Try aiming at the floor or at that balcony. Your space might benefit from a bit of ambiance, don't you think? Deke, would you mind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. Professor Weasley showed Deke this bit of magic some years ago. Deke thinks you'll enjoy it. Come and talk to Deke when you're ready.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I'd like the room to feel mysterious and eerie, as if I'm in the Forbidden Forest, surrounded by shadows.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Прикольно. Как-то вообще классная идея.
Quite a difference. Of course, you needn't keep this style if you don't like it. You can always ask Deke to change it back. Now you have learned a good bit about alteration.
Thank you, Professor. The room is full of possibilities.
Indeed. No matter how much time I spend here, the room always manages to surprise me.
Что, у меня теперь что-то еще открылось? Или это выход просто уже? Эх, нихера, теперь у меня теперь больше территории.
An even bigger space.
How did that happen?
The room equips itself to your needs. It must have sensed that you needed more space to practice spellcasting. If you'd like to customize the space further, you can use these spellcrafts. You'll find more of them both inside and outside the school.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep an eye out.
Good. I'll leave you to it. This is your space now. Use it wisely.
Давайте какое-нибудь, может, задание все-таки выполним, а то что-то мы... Давайте подсветку сделаем такую же, как у нас все и было.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I'd like the room to be warm and comfortable, as if I'm floating inside a mug of butterbeer.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Почему это он меняет, а не я это не понимаю. Было бы прикольно, если бы ты мог менять лично. Так, ладно. Давайте решать, что по заданиям. Задание. Тени. Мгм. Так.
What did you ask me to do with my magical materials?
Use the spellcraft to conjure an enchanted loom. Then you'll be able to weave your magical materials into your clothing. Come back to Deke once you've enhanced a piece of clothing.
Мгм. Добавить надо. А в чем проблема-то? Вот так может быть. А я что, могу 2 добавить?
That came out nicely. I should show Deke. I used the enchanted loom, Deke.
Wonderful.
Will I be able to weave even more powerful magic into my clothing with the loom?
You will, by rescuing even more powerful beasts. For now, however, Deke suggests you explore the vivarium and get to know the beasts you've already rescued.
Thank you for your help, Deke.
Давайте посмотрим, что мы можем сейчас вкачать. Есть очко талантов у нас. Так, можем сейчас мы добавить и это. Есть у нас что? Угу. Так, здесь что? Ага, скрытность. Здесь что? Заклинание, что тут есть? Притягивается, депульса. Ну вот это вот. Так, это взяли. Так, теперь задание. Берем задание. Ну, похер, вот это давайте. Так, ладно, вот это основное задание. Так. Вот. Карта, карта, карта. Карта мира. Бать, это мне аж сюда надо, да? Так, а давайте вот сюда телепортацию сделаем. Сейчас попробуем сразу по пути точки телепортации пооткрывать, чтобы нам потом так далеко просто не бегать. Так, так, так. Потому что сейчас, если мы так будем долго летать, то это будет вообще жесть. Так, это у нас управление. Потому что сейчас очень долго лететь. Задание по улучшению, не знаю, будем проходить именно до конца. Я так понимаю, это побочка. Может быть, и будем. Понятно. Так. Ну-ка, давай-ка следующую точку по пути сейчас сразу. Так вот возьмем. И полетим. Прикольно. Лунные камни пока собирать не буду. Потому что у меня они вроде есть, как бы, если прям понадобится очень много, я думаю, я их найду. Сейчас лучше мы пойдем по данному заданию, плюс попутно открываем эти точки телепорта. Потому что я думаю, что они нам пригодятся. О, она здесь на улице, да? Так, давай следующий откроем. О, здесь их вообще 3 штуки. Откроем их все. Нам так будет проще. А то потом бегать сюда, летать, так вот не хочется. А что, осмотреться нельзя так? Хотелось бы просто, чтобы была кнопка осмотра. Не отклонение от курса, а именно осмотр просто. Так, там у нас испытания всякие. Так.
Wonder if I'm safe to explore in there.
Так. Следующий. Просто сейчас все сразу 3 точки откроем, потому что они здесь вроде бы и близко, а потом просто от них бегать не хочется. Так, эта точка. Здесь у нас какие-то животные, да, есть? О, здесь испытание этого есть опять. Вы не говорите, что, блядь, сейчас вот здесь эта точка телепорта внутри находится? Че мне спускаться? Так, летучий порошок. Так, давай последнюю тут сейчас откроем точку для перемещения, потому что по-любому нам она пригодится. И заодно мы здесь пооткрывали задания дополнительные. Такая это где точка? Рядом находится, что ли, прям?
How nice of you.
Oh, try not to make this too easy for me. Had enough?
You made it. Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrok's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way.
Ну, пойдем. Тебе, блядь, туда же надо будет ворваться, что ли?
Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier.
Now you should
With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time. Everyone stays out of sight.
Revelio.
Колодец. Ну, страница руководства. Давай.
Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Манекен. Ну. Мы пойдем зайдем.
Aha!
Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Это что с ней такое?
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. He thinks he can help Anne, but nothing can be done for her.
It could be that you've not yet discovered the cure.
Ah, you sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo's.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep Anne's spirits up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you remember what I've said. Good day.
Ладно.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in Defense Against the Dark Arts.
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother, and me, in line.
I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft, really, if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrok's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'm afraid it's really up to Sebastian, and his mind seems to be made up.
I can only hope he realizes the futility of his search for a cure soon. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Так. Не может быть такого, что заклятие, которое наложили, его нельзя никак снять.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
I know he's angry, but he's only trying to do what he thinks is best for Anne.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrok's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated.
Охереть, верните зону заданий.
All the debris you'll see
Я
is from
хочу
whatever's going on
залутать
at
эти
abandoned
ящики.
estate.
Почему они...
They've been digging for something.
Типа раньше просто выходишь из зоны, этот хер стоит, ждет, а сейчас что?
Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
Ну что ты так смотришь? Если он там наверху, а почему по мосту мы шли?
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrok knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. A good wizard is a dead wizard.
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo!
Секунду. Что у меня здесь было-то, блядь? Это да было здесь? Защитите Feldcroft.
I feel as though you're not even trying.
Confringo! Defender! Compulsor!
Who do you think you are?
нахер.
You've made your last mistake.
Тебя что, разъебать сразу?
I don't have time for this. Such arrogance. Expelliarmus. I won't rest. Defender. Let's see what you like that for. One less human to worry about. Depulsor. I will make you pay. Defender. Expelliarmus. Oh, you're so clever.
I've been fighting since before you were born.
I confess, that was a bit more than I bargained for.
Все, пиздец вам, гоблины, блядь. Давайте сразу задание заберем. Задание. Стоп, не то. Где это? Я опять забыл, где это находится. Испытание, вот. Так. Соберите страницу руководства Hogwarts. Так, это понял. Выполнено. Так, здесь что у нас выполнено? Все. Это у нас испытание 14%.
Revelio.
Что у нас такое? Так, все соберем отсюда. Так, давай посмотрим.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason.
Revelio.
They have stations for everything. I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's loyalists.
Они здесь что-то копали. И еще сказали, что что-то плавили. Нет?
Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here.
Revelio.
Rumor was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard. It might be worth both to look at the house itself.
Так. Итак, давай посмотрим. Так, что они тут делали? Тут есть
This
колодец.
well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second. Revelio.
Блять. Где тут сраный ход-то? Вот он.
Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Они здесь какое-то зелье варили ебейше.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrok and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrok is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers.
Красавчик.
Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out. Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
Expelliarmus! Lumos! A journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this. Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels. Lumos. Accio. Lumos. Accio. Lumos.
Так, исследуйте подвал. Что я должен здесь найти?
Revelio. Lumos.
Так.
You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
Что?
I know it sounds strange, but...
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be floored.
We can. But perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath.
Так, давайте на этом закончим.
Lumos.
Пойдем в этот портал в следующей серии. Подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте лайки. Группа ВКонтакте также есть и в Телеграме. Всем удачи, всем пока.